It's the white of the paper or the emptiness that is really the start, and there is that intimacy with nothing that is fascinating. So the moment you throw something on, or colors, or then the shape begins to talk. I think maybe when I was 4 or 5, I had this sense that I wanted to be alone and make something happen just in front of me. I was claying, I was painting, I was drawing. So it's always been with me as a point of retreat, maybe. I went to this group that was painting already, and they invited me in, and at that, the first day, I produced so much work, like it was all over the floor. And the people that were looking at that said, "So what has kept you so long from producing this?" So there was much that needs to come out, apparently. And first it was black and white and charcoal, and then it was ink, and then it was always paper. Color is another voice, and black and white is maybe sometimes it's the melody, and sometimes it's the bass line. Sometimes it's the rhythm, sometimes it's the melody, and I think that's maybe what's happening when I work with color and black and white. There's always black and white, there's always color. So maybe that's the way it works for me. There is also this love of the shape and the texture of the skin and the body and the lines and the shape of the female body. That is, of course, the fascination. That is the entrance. That is the entrance. I think that also in working with a model, when you start, that's where you start. You look at the shape and the lines, and that is the intimacy. That I, as an artist, am allowed to approach. And then from the model, she feels comfortable in giving and opening that door. And then when we work together, it is like giving herself over more, and me also daring to paint that what needs to be painted. So it really starts with the door, with the body and the shape as the doorway that is open. When does a pose end, or when does it begin? It's a dance. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe at the beginning it's very sensual, where there is this fascination with the body and the movement, and then there is this intuitive phase where all the energy gets translated into paint. maybe that's what happens. First, I look at the model a lot more at the beginning than halfway through or towards the end. I may forget that she's almost there. I feel the presence, and I work from the painting, and I know, and I look at what is happening there. And sometimes I look at, see if I can use something in terms of a line or way she looks or stands as a signal how to continue. Maybe as a little direction, how to continue with what's happening here. But that varies indeed. So sometimes it's like, it's enough that she's there. Like a muse. When something is finished on time, it's got all these elements sort of in harmony, where you sort of a recognizable shape, because this energy lives in the body. So I think the body and the shape, and sort of that you recognize the body, is part of this little game. But the energy makes the feeling when you look at the painting. So it's really from the model, through my hands, onto the paper, into the eye of the beholder. So that's the journey I facilitate. The diversity is really what keeps the energy level going. And sometimes, at the end of a 2-hour session, it's like you've had a good talk with a friend and everything's been said.